49ers mailbag coming at you here on Chat Sports. I am Chase Sr. Give me a follow on Twitter and Instagram at Chase_Sr. because if I don't answer your question on today's show, you can slide in my DMs and I'll be happy to answer your Niners-related questions. Want to hit you with this question, though. We've done a great job of growing the faithful family here at Chat Sports. We're north of 36,000 subscribers here on the 49ers Report. We're one of the largest 49ers channels. I really want your feedback here. So often, especially in these mailbags, we allow you to hop on board and join the show, and we appreciate your feedback. We also love interacting with you. This is your opportunity to once again give us feedback. What do you like about the 49ers Report? It can be me. It can be the fact that we do 2 mailbags every single Thursday, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 o'clock Pacific. It can be our news and rumors segment. It can be the fact that we do Shanahats. We give you free videos almost every single day. Get into the comments section and let us know what you like about the 49ers Report. Let's kick off this mailbag with this question coming in from Chris M. Who stays and goes in 2022? I think Jimmy Garoppolo is going to be off the roster in 2022. I think Trey Lance is just going to continue to impress this coaching staff as well as his teammates. And Jimmy Garoppolo's salary of more than $20 million, it's going to be prohibitive for this franchise to build a Super Bowl winner. Also, you want to free yourself of that contract because you want to take advantage of Lance being on that rookie deal and surround him with as many pieces as possible. Fred Warner, going to be due for a contract extension, right? Nick Bosa, if he stays healthy this year, going to get paid as well. You need to free up some dollars. Trading away Jimmy Garoppolo is a way to do that. Go for Brock. When do you think Trey Lance will sign a contract, before training camp or not? He's one of the few rookies who hasn't signed yet. It's only a matter of time. Trey Lance is going to sign his deal. This really comes down sometimes to just negotiations. Maybe Trey Lance hasn't even focused on it. He's been working out with Debo as well as Mohamed Sanu, been killing it in off-season workouts, working with some quarterback gurus out there like Quincy Avery. He's going to sign. It's going to be before training camp just because if he gets injured and doesn't sign that deal, the negligence there, all of the penalties and ramifications, I should say, that could come from that just would be terrible. How about this question from Peas and Carrots? You better eat peas and carrots with your meal. Got a lot of vitamin D in there with the carrots, and peas are really good for you. You got to get your greens in. I sure do. Hey, Chase, if Lance balls out and the Niners need to trade Jimmy Garoppolo, which teams make sense? It's a good question. And now that I read this, I might put together a video next week of the top Jimmy G trade destinations. I'd look at a team like the Houston Texans because I'm not sure what's going to happen with Deshaun Watson. I'm looking at the Miami Dolphins because they have a win-now roster, and if Tua Tagovailoa craps the bed, maybe they get a ready-to-play quarterback in Jimmy G who already has Super Bowl experience. Denver Broncos in that same boat as well. Not sure if Drew Lock is the real deal. If Ben Roethlisberger and his age continues to creep up on him, the Steelers are a team that can compete for the AFC North this year. Maybe they look to bring in Jimmy Garoppolo as well. So I'm kind of grouping those teams together as teams with quarterback questions where if Trey kind of impresses and balls out, maybe they look to bring in Jimmy Garoppolo. So do you think Jimmy G will be traded before week 1? Good job by producer Perry cooking up this question real quick. Get your votes in the comment section. Type Y for yes or type N for no. I think he's going to be on this roster week 1. Let me know what you think and look into that crystal ball. AJ Joshi, will Robbie Gould have a great season? I think so. He's one of the better kickers across the league. And Robbie Gould, really throughout his career, has been consistent. He's been available. He's been clutch. So I think he's going to have a good year. Kickers and special teamers are so underrated. And I don't want to go Bill Belichick on you and hit you with a bunch of boring stuff. But honestly, you need 3 phases to win. You need offense, defense, special teams. And how often do you see games come down to a missed field goal? All the time. And if you have a reliable kicker, it solves so many problems and it doesn't keep you up at night. Robbie Gould is one of the better ones. Joseph Cali, chances the Niners would be able to sign Ray Rice. I'm speechless. Really? Ray Rice? Why are we talking about the Niners signing Ray Rice? As a player or a coach? Ray Rice is washed. Ray Rice sucks. Ray Rice hasn't played in the league for several years. Joseph, appreciate you watching the show, but my gosh, The ship has sailed on Ray Rice. Niners don't need him. They're stacked at running back. You want to bring in Ray Rice? Come on, man. Sheesh. I need to gather myself after that one. Hanif Razak. Hopefully we get back to normalcy. If the Niners trade or release Jimmy G, what are the possibilities that they get Justin Houston or Melvin Gordon? You mean Melvin Ingram. He's the pass rusher. Melvin Gordon is the running back, so no biggie there. They're not going to release Jimmy G because they'll still have to pay him this upcoming year. That cap hit would be pretty prohibitive for the roster. And, if you want to release him, why not just have him back up Trey Lance and have him tutor him, right? And I want to say this again, and we talked about it a couple times. Justin Houston and Melvin Ingram are not going to cost a lot of money. They're not expensive players. They're at the back end of their careers. And I'm not going to go as far as to say they're washed like Ray Rice, but they're certainly in the twilight of their respective careers. You don't have to pay them that much. And the Niners could have some money freed up and available to sign guys like that, especially this late in the process if Houston and Ingram want an opportunity to compete for a Super Bowl. So you're not going to release Jimmy G. If you trade him, that's a different conversation. I don't think you do unless you get blown away with an offer. But Houston and Ingram are not going to cost that much money. Pop Johnson, what is our weakest depth position on the team? Good question. I think the offensive line is really good, even though Justin School went out. Wide receiver, a little bit of a concern for me. Yes, you have Mohamed Sanu, but he's older. Is Jalen Hurd going to be able to actually play in a regular season game? He hasn't in his first 2 years since being a third-round pick out of Baylor. So wide receiver is a little bit of a concern for me. Tavarius Moore went down with that popped Achilles. The safety spot a little thin. If you lose Verrett at cornerback, I'd be a little concerned there. That's why a Richard Sherman signing could be in play. I'm looking at those position groups, though, when you talk about concerns with depth. Big Rick's cousin. He's a big cat, 6'4", 330, according to sources. What would be the craziest move the Niners could make before the season that would send shockwaves across the league? Hashtag 49ers, hashtag bang bang. If they traded Jimmy Garoppolo, that's one. If they decided to trade Trey Lance for Aaron Rodgers, that would send a bunch of ripple effects throughout the league. I don't think those first two are realistic. If the Niners decided to trade for Xavier Howard or Stephon Gilmore, that'd be a massive move that would send ripple effects throughout the league. So those are the marquee moves that would just make people say, holy shit, are you kidding me? My goodness, that's just wild. So good question there, Big Ricks. I always like hypotheticals, and we obviously cover a lot of news and rumors here on the 49ers Report, so I appreciate that question. I asked this off the top, but in case you had me on mute, in case you missed it or you weren't listening to me, I want your feedback. What do you like about the 49ers Report? And you can be bluntly honest in the comment section down below. We give you free videos almost every single day. We go live every single Thursday, 6 o'clock Eastern, 3 o'clock Pacific. Within our live shows, we do 2 mailbags where we answer all of your questions. We have fun on the show. We shotgun beers, which I will shotgun on today's show if you super chat us $20. What do you like about the show? Is it the interaction? Is it me? Is it the fact that we push out all this content, have fun while hitting you with the hard-hitting analysis? Let us know in the comment section. Go for Barack. Do you think Talanoa Hufanga will see much playing time in 2021? I think he has a lot of value, and so many people were so excited about this pick. If you're unfamiliar, Talanoa Hufanga, safety out of USC, picked in, I think, the 5th round, 6th round of the NFL draft. He's a guy who has a lot of value because he can play the safety spot at the NFL level. He can also play linebacker. And because he's a hybrid guy, he's going to be able to see playing time in year one, especially with Tavarius Moore going down with that popped Achilles. Also, Talanoa Hufanga has said, I love playing special teams. So immediately, that's a way for him to get on the field immediately, right from the jump. I really like him, and I do think that he'll be a solid contributor as a rookie. Wet Noodle 187, he's watching us every single week, so we thank you for that. I know this is not a Niners question. Do you see Earl Thomas playing in the NFL again? No. The whole orgy with his brother in bed in Texas was really, really weird. the way that his tenure came to a close with the Sea Chickens a couple years ago when he got hurt and then flicked off the entire Seahawks organization was just odd. There was a really good story that came out from The Athletic a couple months ago that spoke to how Earl Thomas, when he got drafted in that first round out of Texas, was beloved by that entire organization. And then something happened where all of these guys on that defense, the Legion of Boom, started to get paid. Earl Thomas didn't. He became salty and very, very negative. And then he signs with the Baltimore Ravens because of that. And he's calling out teammates. He's late to meetings. He got in a fight with one of his teammates, which is why he got cut. Look, didn't play last year. I think he's done. I also wouldn't want him on the Niners. I know that's not part of the question, but I do, to answer that question, think that he is done playing in the NFL. Gopher with another question. I like the show because you put out great content and often. Thank you very much. And a reason why we put out content often is because we go live every single Thursday, 6 o'clock Eastern, 3 o'clock Pacific. So if you're coming across the 49ers Report for the first time, make sure you're subscribed, because in addition to going live every single Thursday, and once we get creeped up to the regular season, it's going to be lit. This is such a dry period right now because there's not much to talk about. Niners canceled their offseason workouts leading up to training camp. We're doing our best. That's why we appreciate everybody for being such a loyal watcher. But subscribe by either hitting that red subscribe button down below or go to youtube.com/49ers TV.